How an ancient Egyptian mummy was made. The process of making an ancient Egyptian mummy was a lengthy and elaborate one that involved several stages. Here's a brief overview of how it was done. Embalming. The first step was to embalm the body, which involved removing the internal organs and treating the body with preservatives to prevent decay. The embalming process usually took several weeks and involved the use of resins, herbs, and other materials to preserve the body. Wrapping. Once the body was embalmed, it was then wrapped in layers of linen bandages. This was done to provide support for the body and to help hold the internal organs in place. During the wrapping process, prayers and spells were often recited to help protect and preserve the deceased. Funeral ceremony. After the body was wrapped, a funeral ceremony was performed, which involved mourning and the recitation of spells to guide the deceased to the afterlife. Burial. After the funeral ceremony, the mummy was placed inside a coffin and buried in a tomb. The tomb was usually decorated with scenes depicting the deceased's life and journey to the afterlife. Overall, the process of making an ancient Egyptian mummy was considered a sacred and religious rite and was an important part of the belief in the afterlife. It was a long and complicated process that required great care and skill and was considered a final act of devotion to the deceased. Here are some fun facts about mummies. The world's smallest mummy, a naturally mummified fetus, was discovered in Egypt and is only 2.5 inches long. The ancient Egyptians believed that if a person's name was spoken, they would continue to live on forever, so they wrote the names of the deceased on their mummies and the walls of their tombs. In ancient Egypt, mummification was a service that was available to people of all social classes, from the wealthy pharaohs to commoners. Some mummies have been discovered with their hair still intact, and in some cases, the hair has even been styled. In the 19th century, mummies were sometimes ground up and used as medicine, as it was believed that they had healing properties. Mummies have been discovered with various objects, such as food and drinks, placed inside their tombs to provide for their needs in the afterlife. In the 1820s, the craze for mummies reached its peak in Europe, where they were used as fuel for locomotives and as a key ingredient in a popular drink known as mummy juice. The oldest known mummy, discovered in the Chinchorro region of South America, dates back to around 5050 BC. Some mummies have been found with tattoos, providing insight into the art and culture of ancient civilizations. Mummies have inspired many works of fiction, including novels, comics, and video games, which often feature mummies as the main villains or creatures. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and don't forget to follow our page for more fun and interesting content. See you in the next video.